6 ways to develop self-awareness. In this video, we'd like to share with you 6 ways you can develop your self-awareness. Self-awareness is the root of personal growth, emotional intelligence, and healthy interpersonal relationships. Developing our self-awareness allows us to monitor and understand our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, which in turn can help with our decision-making and make us more adaptive. Here are 4 important reasons to develop one's self-awareness. Improve emotional regulation. Managing emotional states more effectively can help us handle more pressing emotions such as anger and frustration, and those emotions that lead to stress, anxiety disorders, and depression. Enhance decision-making. Knowing our own strengths and weaknesses and closely observing thoughts can help us make better decisions in personal and professional settings. It can also help us strengthen relationships, as well as boost our confidence. Understanding our limitations and abilities can help to boost our self-assurance and resilience. So let's look at our 7 ways to develop your self-awareness. The practice of mindfulness and meditation. Practicing mindfulness is one of the most effective ways to improve our self-awareness. It allows us to notice our thoughts and feelings and become more aware of patterns in our thinking. There is a link in the video description below to our video on how to get started with meditation. Number 2. Talking to family and friends and others. Other people's perspectives are valuable. By talking to others, we can learn about how we and our actions are perceived. This can help us with personal growth and help build healthier relationships. Here are some tips on effective feedback. Ask people you trust. Reach out to people that know you well and ask for honest feedback. Be open to criticism. Sometimes our instinct is to be defensive of ourselves when receiving criticism. This may cause someone to block it out, or be dismissive, or even cause someone to feel anger at the person criticizing, resulting in dispute. If these feelings do pop up, try to show restraint. Observe your thoughts and feelings, and remind yourself that it is vitally important to listen without interrupting, and also how important other people's perspectives are. This is, after all, an opportunity. From these conversations, we can gain valuable insight and use the feedback for personal growth, assessing our mindset, and can even help with building healthier relationships. Lastly, follow up. After receiving feedback, ask questions if you need to, and welcome the answers. Assess the conversation for where meaningful changes are needed. Number 3. Get insight into your core values. Our values are important to us. They guide and shape our decisions and actions. Reflect on what motivates you and what differences you'd like to see in your life. This is good practice for elevating your self-awareness. A journal is one way of regularly reassessing your core values. On a piece of paper, list what matters to you. Is it honesty? Integrity? Is it creativity? From here, you can think about decisions you've made in your life and how your values influenced those decisions. You can reassess these as time passes. You may find that your values change over time. Which leads us into our next tip. Keep a journal. Regular journaling is a powerful tool for self-awareness and self-reflection. Keeping a journal of your thoughts and emotions that are tied to experiences can help you to see reoccurring patterns and gain a deeper insight into yourself. Consistency is important for journaling. Where possible, write every day, even if only briefly. Focus on your emotions tied to the events and why you may feel that way. Try to pick out patterns. Review your journal regularly to identify reoccurring themes that you might want to address. Number 5. Embrace your strengths and weaknesses. Awareness of your strengths and weaknesses will help you to understand what you're good at and where you'd like to see improvements made. A deeply honest self-assessment of your strengths and weaknesses can identify what you'd like to work on whilst enhancing your talents. Number 6. Set personal goals. Setting goals can help you keep focused and keep you going in a clear direction for personal growth. When you've assessed your strengths and weaknesses, personal goals can help you strengthen identified weaknesses that you want to work on. Remember, be specific with goals. Set clear, achievable targets with reasonable time to achieve them. Break your goals down as much as possible. Creating small steps will help you to tackle larger goals. You will be able to see progression, which will be encouraging. Setting larger goals without breaking them down into steps can make them seem impossible to achieve and make them overwhelming. Remember, breaking goals down into smaller actions is just as important as the larger goal set. We not only need to know what our goal is, but we need to know how we are going to achieve it. So that was our 6 ways to develop self-awareness. Improving self-awareness is not a one-time exercise, but a lifelong journey of self-discovery and personal growth. The more aware we are of our own actions, thoughts, emotions and behaviours, the more control we have over ourselves and our lives. This can help with our mental health, building relationships, personal and professional achievements, and personal goal setting, allowing us to unlock our potential and lead more fulfilling lives. See the video description below for more useful resources. Now, it's time to get started, and we're behind you all the way.